Though Christmas might have been earlier this week, but sorry I didn't do this a little earlier in the week because my Christmas break's been turning into a flippin' disaster. So I hope y'all don't mind me bringing you a last minute bit of holiday cheer before the new year starts as I bring to you a ranking of all the Christmas flicks and specials I rewatched for this December in 2022. Ho, 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 ho. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Ho, ho, ho. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, back again with another ranking. This time it's going to be the Christmas themed flicks and specials I rewatched for this December. So, I, it took me some time. I'm sorry I'm late in giving you this because I wanted to give you some spoiler-free reviews of flicks I recently watched. So I humbly apologize for this. So I hope you don't mind another one last bit of Christmas before the New Year's over. Before the New Year comes, I'm sorry again. Christmas break for me has turned into a flipping disaster. Don't bother asking, long story. I've counted 38 films. Now I'm going to go rapid fire on this big time, so I'm not going to give too much details in my review because I've reviewed just about every one of these flicks and their specials on here, okay? Now, if you're ready, let's start the ranking. Sit back, relax, and here we go. Number 38 is the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause from 2006. It's not really one of the best. I decided to have this low. It's okay and what have you, but it's not as best as great as the other two are. I did watch the Santa Clauses series that Disney Plus premiered, and it was pretty good. Number 37 is the Fat Albert Christmas Special from 1977. It's a pretty good special. I recently did a review of this. You can check it out. I kind of made a slight error and said give it a one-time watch, but hey, if you are a big Fat Albert fan or what have you, then this would be right up your alley. So I do apologize for that. But this is a pretty good special, though. You can find it on YouTube. Number 36 is Miracle on 34th Street from 1994. Yeah, I'm sorry I got this low. I know this gets mixed response and what have you, but this film's not quite too bad. Not quite as good as the original, which we'll see where that winds up. I actually watched this after I watched the first made-for-TV film from 55 and the 1973 TV film. We'll see where those wind up on the first time watch this ranking. But I failed to take the time to watch the 59 version of it, though. But anyway, so Richard Attenborough was really good, and we have Mara Wilson and Elizabeth Perkins. Yeah, they were all pretty good. I have yet to review this film. Maybe next December I'll review it. Number 35 is Krampus from 2015. This is only my second time seeing this. It's not bad of a flick. I mean, well, it's not as horrifying as I can remember because you don't see kills, it's just captures and what have you. This here character catches people and what have you. I'll try and review this maybe next year too. And it's pretty creepy in some ways, even though it's PG-13 rated. Number 34 is He-Man She-Ra Christmas Special from 1985. This is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine since I'm a big fan of both the original He-Man She-Ra. You can find the full special on YouTube. Well, it's not too completely Christmassy, but it's okay and what have you. But I still like it for obvious reasons, though. Number 33 is Black Christmas from 2006. This, of course, is the first remake of the 1974 film, which we'll see where that winds up. This film's not too bad. I mean, it is more bloodier and what have you, but only this time it involves more of a cannibalistic type feel to the killer. Number 32 is To Grandmother's House We Go from 1992. Now, I haven't seen this film in a long time. This marked the Olsen twins in their first film while they were still doing Full House at the time. This film's kind of funny and what have you. I mean, since it had Rhea Perlman and Jerry Van Dyke, who was on Coach at the time. But anyway, I think this film was pretty good. And P.S., that's a film I definitely got a review. I know it's turned 30 this year, but I'll make up for lost time and do it next Christmas season. All right? All right, let's move on, shall we? Number 31 is A Snow White Christmas from 1980. I kind of like this special, given the fact it was from Filmation, and it was a continuation of the Snow White story. The full movie is actually on YouTube. You can check out. It might not have too much Christmassy feel to it, like the He-Man She-Ra special, but overall, it's pretty good. And it has some great characters like Brian, the Princess Snow White's friend, and of course the seven friendly giants. Number 30 is It's Christmas Time Again, Charlie Brown from 1992. Now, while this isn't quite as good as Charlie Brown Christmas, which we'll see where that winds up, I think this film's pretty fun in ways. It does have a few funny moments, especially when Sally can't memorize her line after she's practiced so hard. Number 29 is Four Christmases from 2008. This is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. I recently did a review of this not so long ago. While it does have a pretty good all-star cast and what have you, it has its moments though. Again, if you haven't seen my review of this, check it out. Number 28 is A Cinderella Story, A Christmas Wish from 2019. Yeah, 2019. I already reviewed this film along with the other films in the Cinderella Story franchise. This is my favorite of the whole series and what have you. It's still on Netflix, so you can check out there if you haven't seen this. It's pretty cute in some ways, but anyway, it's just the usual story but with a Christmassy feel to it. Number 26 is. No, wait, was it. Beep, beep. Take two. Sorry, folks. I kind of got ahead of myself. I apologize. It won't happen again. Just got caught off guard. Sorry, I skipped 27. My bad. Let's reverse back. Number 27 is Santa Claus the movie from 1985. This film didn't do too well, but it's gaining the cult following. If you have not seen my review of this film, check it out. It has gotten over 20 views so far now. Now we get to number 26, and that would be Mickey's Christmas Carol from 1983. A short film, and it's pretty good. I do like all the characters and what have you. This is one I have yet to review. Number 25 is The Little Drummer Boy from 1968. This is a pretty underrated stop motion animated special from Rankin Bass, I have to say, but it's still a very good one. I like it just because of Aaron, the little drummer boy, and his animal friends. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Number 24 is Santa Claus Has Come to Town from 1970, another Rankin Bass special. I know a lot of people are familiar with this. I do like the vocal performance from Mickey Rooney as Chris, Fred Astaire as the narrator. Yeah, this film's pretty good. Number 23 is Barbie in A Christmas Carol from 2008. Now, again, I don't care what anybody says. I love this special. I mean, when I heard there was going to be a animated chick take on this, I'm saying, even I've got to see this. Watched it. I still love it to this day. It's really cute in ways. Check out my review I did a few years back if you haven't already. Number 22 is The Santa Claus from 1994. Still a pretty funny movie. It has its moments, but I do like Tim Allen's performance. He's absolutely really funny. Number 21 is The Christmas Tree Train from 1983. I love this special. This features Buns and Rusty, who will be part of the Chucklewood Critters series. I gotta say, this was a very cute special. You can find it on YouTube. Number 20 is The Santa Claus 2 from 2002. Now, you'll probably hate me for having this over the original, but I love it. It's pretty funny and what have you. I mean, with the addition of Liliana Mumi as Lucy, I gotta say, it's really funny. And Toy Santa is not too bad of a villain. But anyway, yeah. And the addition of Elizabeth Mitchell, who would be the Mrs. Claus. Anyway, I like it. Number 19 is Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol from 1962. I love this one. This is another great Christmas Carol. This was, unfortunately, the third and only other Christmas Carol I've watched. So I hope you'll understand. I failed to watch The Muppet Christmas Carol and maybe one other film with that title. Sorry about that. But this one is absolutely good. A few other Christmas films I failed to rewatch this year include the Christmas Chronicles flicks and Noel and White Christmas as well. Sorry, everyone. But Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, it's really something. Check it out. Number 18 is Arthur Christmas from 2011. This is kind of an underrated holiday flick, but I've come to like it a whole lot. I recently did a review of this film. If you haven't seen it yet, then check it out. It's already gotten over 20 views as well. Number 17 is Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas from 2000. The live action take of this with Jim Carrey, who's absolutely really funny as the Grinch. I really do love this one. You'll find out where the original one winds up, but I didn't watch the computer animated Grinch from a few years back though. But anyway, I was lucky to have seen this one though. Number 16 is Home Alone 2 Lost in New York from 1992. Love this movie. While I much like the first one, which that's still ahead, this and the first one were the only two I watched. I turned down the other sequels just because I just didn't feel like watching them again. But this one's pretty funny. I know it kind of uses up the same formula like we got in the original, but overall, it's still pretty fun in ways. Number 15 is Black Christmas from 1974. This is the original classic. Oh, I love this. Every time I watch it, it has grown on me, and this has become one of the greatest Christmas horror flicks I have come to enjoy. Definitely, really, really good. Number 14 is The Bear Who Slept Through Christmas from 1973, I believe it was. Yes, I'm pretty sure it was. It was either 73 or 74. But this special's so underrated, but I love it. About Ted Edward Bear and hoping to find Christmas and what have you. This was very cute. If you haven't seen it, you gotta check it out. And I'm happy to report that this video's gained some more views this year. Thank you. It's already still one of my most viewed videos here on Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Okay, I was around the first one. It was 1973 when it came out. Okay, enough said. Next. Number 13 is The Carpenters at Christmas from 1977. This is my second time seeing it after watching it for the first time last year. I did watch the Christmas Portrait special. We'll see where that winds up on the first time watches ranking. But anyway, I love this. It's really good after getting to hear more of the late great Karen Carpenter and her brother Richard. They have really become one of the great musical duos I have really come to enjoy listening to. You can find the full special on YouTube. Number 12 is Elf from 2013. Not 13, 2003. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. My bad. This is from 2003. This is now become one of my favorite Will Ferrell flicks. I gotta say, this is absolutely very crazy. Will Ferrell's absolutely funny in this. If you haven't seen my review of this, check it out. Number 11 is the original Miracle on 34th Street from 1947. I have come to love this movie with every single watch. I love the performances we got from Edmund Gwenn and young Natalie Wood. This is a really good film. If you have not seen my review of it, I think I recalled doing this a year ago, I believe. Check it out. I will review the other ones later on next year, promise. Okay, sorry about that error I made on the Elf. So, anyway, I hope you're getting through this so far. Again, sorry for the errors I made. I want to go rapid fire on this. So I'm going to go rapid fire on the remaining 10 flicks and what have you. I'll show a picture and then give quick talk. Yeah, okay. All right, let's move on with the top 10. Coming in at number 10 is Frosty the Snowman from 1969. Now, I did see this last month and then again this month. I will say this is still one of my main favorite holiday specials I know I can't live without watching. It's a lot of fun. It's got great characters. We all that we enjoy, like the Tile character and Karen, Hocus Pocus, and even the villainous Professor Hinkle. Yep, very good special. I do love it. It's good. Now coming in at number 9 is Home Alone from 1990. I love this movie. I have loved it since I seen it when I was a youngin, what have you. I still remember going to the theater to seeing this when I turned 11. This was such a big hit and what have you, and really put Macaulay Culkin on the map. Still a very funny film, never fails. I love the performances Culkin gives Joe Pesci, Neil Stern, greatest Marvin Harry. Enough said. Coming in at number 8 is M&R's Jug Band Christmas from 1977. This is another special I loved watching when I was a kid, and well, afterwards I didn't get to see again until my early 20s and what have you. This was a great holiday special. I've been reading somewhere they're planning to redo this in some ways, I do believe. But yeah, they're planning to do a film adaptation. It was announced 3 years ago, but we'll see what happens. I can't really get. Let's not jump to any conclusions, though. I don't really know if this will happen or not. Besides, I like the classic. It's always good. It was one of the first Muppet Christmas specials out there. Speaking of which, I also failed to watch the Muppet Family Christmas too, which of course has also been one of my most viewed videos. Oh well, another year perhaps. But M&R's Jug Band Christmas is so good. I think you'll really like it if you give it a try. Speaking of Muppets, coming in at number 7 is Christmas Eve on Sesame Street from 1978. I used to love seeing this as a kid, but then they stopped airing it, and for years I never got to see it again until I found it on YouTube. You can actually find the full special on YouTube. It has more recently been shown on HBO Max, but unfortunately it's slightly edited a bit, removing the Feliz Navidad number in the intro and the last bit where a cookie after seeing Cookie Monster eat the tree and what have you. Well, those are only types of spoilers if you haven't seen my review yet. But anyway, I love this special. It's so good. I think you'll like it if you haven't. Of course, this was from the pre Elmo craze and what have you. All right, enough said. Coming in at number 6 is A Christmas Story from 1983. Now, watching this numerous times, this film's grown on me. I really love this movie. It's funny and what have you. Peter Billingsley is absolutely really good as Ralphie. And, well, I think you know the rest. I always like hearing, "You'll shoot your eye out." This is just so wow. I recently saw its brand new sequel, A Christmas Story Christmas. We'll see where that winds up on the first time watches ranking. But anyway, A Christmas Story is so classic and what have you. I plan to do a re-review of the film next year for its anniversary, so stay tuned for that. All right, now for the top 5 coming in at number 5 is Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas from 1966. This is a great classic. I love it. It's easily one of my main favorite animated holiday specials. It's so much fun. Boris Karloff does a great job in doing his narration and voicing the Grinch as well. Of course, hearing You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch from the late great Darrell Ravencroft was really good. Never fails with that song. This special is still a classic, and I'm glad I get to watch it every year. I watched it twice this year. Anyway, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, you can't go wrong with. Enough said. Coming in at number 4 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation from 1989. This one is probably one of the funniest of the Vacation franchise, although I have yet to review the rest of that series, including its predecessors, Vacation and European Vacation. You will get reviews of those next year, because next year is Vacation's 40th anniversary, but this is still a classic in what have you. It's got Chevy Chase, of course, back as Bob Griswold. No, not Bob. I mean Clark. I said Bob. My mistake. Woohoo! Beverly D'Angelo's back. Randy Quaid's back. Everyone else is really, really good. I absolutely get a good laugh from this. This is another one that's grown on me over the years. You can't go wrong with Christmas Vacation. I recently featured that in a live stream earlier this week on Christmas. So, anyway, that turned out okay, though. Alright, coming in at number 3 is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from 1964. Another great classic. You can't go wrong with that one. I've watched it twice as well. This is another Christmas special I know I can't live without seeing once or twice a year tops. Anyway, you probably know that story and all the great characters: Rudolph, Hermie, Yukon Cornelius, um, the abominable snow beast, or the Bumble as Yukon refers to it as. Anyway, and yeah, oh yeah, don't forget Sam the Snowman, voiced by the late great Burl Ives. Yeah. Anyway, I think Rudolph is a very good one. You can't go wrong with this one. So enough said. And the final two, well, as always, it was a tough decision to make. So bear with me. Coming in at number 2 is It's a Wonderful Life from 1946. Great film. I love it. Sorry, don't mind the water noise in the background. Sorry. But anyway, I love this film. This is another one that's kind of grown on me over the years. And I've got to say, It's a Wonderful Life. It's just so amazing. Uh, James Stewart's really good. Donna Reed's good. The whole cast is really good. I absolutely love the final act where Clarence shows um, uh, what George Bailey, what his life would be if he was never born. Yep. Great movie, great characters. Enough said. And finally, my number 1 Christmas rewatch of 2022 is A Charlie Brown Christmas from 1965. Now, I was afraid I wouldn't get to see this year. Ever since Apple announced they wouldn't let PBS show this and It's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown Thanksgiving this year, I got real upset. And I think one day that's going to change. And while despite I failed to see Great Pumpkin this year, but I caught Thanksgiving on a different website, but I got Christmas on DVD, and it's wow, better looking to watch than it is on TV in ways, sort of. But hey, you can't go wrong with this. I love this special. It's one of my favorites. Like Rudolph, I can't live without a Charlie Brown Christmas. It is one of my favorites. With its great score from Vince Guaraldi, and of course, the little tree Charlie Brown gets and what have you, and all its great lines, you can't go wrong with. Okay, so that's going to do it for the ranking. What Christmas flicks did you watch this year? You can give me your top pick of this list of movies, or you can give me your top 3 or top 5, whatever. Just tell me in the comments section below, and if you like this, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned for my Saturday morning TV log on Wish Kids, starring Macaulay Culkin, coming up tomorrow morning. So thank you for watching, and if you like this, check out my reviews for some of the flicks that I've recently done that I'll go ahead and give to you. In the upper left hand corner is my review of the original Miracle on 34th Street. The upper right hand corner is my review of Four Christmases. And the bottom left hand corner is my review of the Fat Albert Christmas Special. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.